Hi, everybody, and welcome to the latest Perpetual Protocol community call. It's great to have you all here, and this is call number 45, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, call
Yes.
number 45. So yeah, really great to have you all here, and I'll introduce my guest we have today. Hannah is back after some time away. Hi, Hannah.
Hi. Hi, I've been to Japan and Korea. Now I'm finally back. I'm totally back, I promise.
Yeah, awesome to have you back. And we've got Leonie with us also after some absence. Great to see you again, Leonie.
Yeah, great to see you guys too. It's been a while. It feels so long since I haven't been on a call as well.
Yeah, really great to have you back. It has been a little while, but we're all back again. All right, so these are the guests we have, and we've got some pretty interesting news this week. Hold on, let me just turn off my notifications for a second. Okay. Yeah, some interesting news this week, but at the same time, it will be kind of a brief call today. We don't have like a huge number of news items, but there are definitely some very interesting ones, so stick around. So just as a warm-up question in the chat, although I don't see we have very many people on the chat today, but we still have a warm-up question, and that is, have you traded OP on Perp yet? That's part of the news we'll be sharing, is that Perp is now, we have OP markets live. Wow, hold on. Just gonna kill Telegram. Okay, it was beeping. All right, so yes, have you traded Perp? If you have traded Perp, comment in the chat. If you haven't traded Perp yet, then you can comment your excuse. No, I'm kidding. Of course, everything we say on the chat is not financial advice. That includes trading Perp on Perpetual Protocol. So definitely do your own research and know what you're doing before you make any trades. Yes. All right. So, has there been any interesting news? Actually, I feel like I've sort of been following the news, and there hasn't been anything that really stands out for me in the last couple of weeks. I don't know if I'm just like getting jaded or what. Do you guys have any news you?
Mhm. Yeah,
I
there are a
see
lot of
everyone talking about the China narrative
Okay.
and Hong Kong supposedly unbanning crypto trading for retail.
yeah. I don't know if it's true, if it's real though.
Yeah, it's definitely very early and semi-unconfirmed news. I guess it was on Bloomberg, which was reasonably uh, reliable, I guess. Anyway, we will see. Although if China wants to be able to ban crypto during the next bull run, they have to unban it first. So it sort of makes
Hmm.
sense.
Yeah, so they ban it during a bull market and then unban in a bear market. So that's how they do it. So they can keep the cycle going.
Yeah, it's ingenious. And the most incredible part is it works every time. So
Yeah.
yeah, looking forward to the China bans crypto or Bitcoin or whatever it is in the next bull market. Should be good. All right, another small sort of, it's not really news, but something that I thought people would be interested to know, and I was definitely very interested to know, and somehow I missed this news entirely. And it applies to, especially to people who've been asking us, like, how do they get perp onto optimism? And this isn't a direct way, but I just learned today, and I mean, this is my own fault for, it's sort of a noob mistake, but apparently Binance does support withdrawals to optimism of a certain number of tokens, and included in those tokens are ETH, OP, BUSD, and SNX. So you could, in theory, if you
Mm.
have a Binance account, you can just send ETH over or OP over. I would probably go for the
Mm.
ETH or even BUSD if it's a small amount. You
Mm.
send that to Optimism, you buy perp on Optimism Uniswap, and then you can stake perp. Or you could send the BUSD and switch it for USDC on Optimism Uniswap and make some trades on Perpetual Protocol. And of course, OP and ETH are both collateral types supported by Perpetual Protocol as well. So yeah.
How about the fee? Do you know how much they charge?
I don't actually know, but it would definitely be a lot cheaper than the alternative, which would be to go from like Binance to
Let me check.
mainnet and then bridge via the Optimism gateway, or you could also go to you could send these tokens to the Binance BNB chain and then bridge over to Optimism that way. The bridges don't tend to have a whole lot of liquidity though, so that could be a more or less. Anyway, you have at least a couple of options, so check that
I don't
out.
remember the fee, but I tried the ETH option. I think they have had that for a while. The other tokens, I think, are new that they're supported. And I personally feel like it's the easiest way if you want to get like assets from Binance and to Perp. That's probably the easiest way. Better than bridging, in my personal opinion.
Yeah, it's much easier.
Yeah, there's definitely fewer steps, so that's great.
But Lee, I don't think you would do it.
Well,
No Binance for you.
if I had any tokens on Binance, I would definitely.
Do you even
withdraw
have a
them right
Binance
away.
account?
Actually, I do.
You do? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I forget why. I think I did some testing back in the days of
Did you-
Perp V1.
Do KYC?
No, so I can't do anything with that account now.
Yeah, so it doesn't count. If you don't do KYC, there's nothing you can do with that account.
Well, that's not entirely true. I was able to log into the account today
Okay.
and confirm that if I had tokens on there, I could withdraw them to Optimism.
Okay.
So it's not totally useless.
Right, that's okay. You can deposit and you can withdraw. Good point. You can deposit. Oh, can you deposit? You can deposit crypto, I think. So you can take it as a bridge, where you deposit from somewhere other chain and then withdraw through another chain. I
I
don't
think
know.
you probably need KYC to withdraw.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
But yeah, I think it's, to me, it's
So
a
you
good
don't have an
bridging
account.
option, to be honest.
Okay.
I will definitely not be depositing or withdrawing, so should be yeah.
Good choice. Enjoy DeFi solutions.
Exactly. I pretty much live in the DeFi world only, so yeah.
But bridges can be like not safe sometimes. It's expensive and not safe sometimes.
Yeah.
So,
I definitely do the minimum possible bridging as well.
I
okay.
feel like it has gotten way more convenient than it used to be.
So which
There's like
bridge?
a lot of bridge aggregators around.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I have not even used Bridge Aggregator before. I don't do a whole lot of bridging. Like pretty much all my funds right now are either on mainnet, ETH mainnet, or Optimism. So I don't really
Yeah,
play
me
around
too.
with other chains.
Yeah. The most I use is OP Bridge, the official one.
Yeah. Use that reasonably often. All right, so just a reminder once again, all the things we talk about, of course, not financial advice, so keep that in mind. Definitely always do your research and never invest more than you can afford to lose. These are the main rules of DeFi and crypto in general, so keep those in mind as you listen to the call today. So as I mentioned, the sort of big news is that we have finally listed OP. We have now OP
Yay.
is a market on Perp V2.
OP is so hot recently.
Yeah. They had a major pump in the last several weeks and then an airdrop the second round of airdrop, if I'm not missing one. Or maybe that is the third. Anyway.
Second round? Really? So do you mean if I get the first round, would I receive the second round? I haven't checked.
Yeah, I think so. Although they mostly sent the tokens to people who had delegated OP previously. So you might qualify for that in some instances.
I don't know.
I think you might have delegated some tokens previously, maybe. Anyway, check it out.
Okay.
I'm surprised you don't know this, Han. Oh, you were on holiday.
Yeah. Yeah, when I was back last week, I was like, wow, so many news that I don't know.
Well, I'm glad you're on the call today to catch up on all the important
Yeah,
news with
yeah,
the rest of the community.
right. And I was so surprised to see OP price. It
Yeah.
wasn't like this before.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly
Nice,
why it
nice.
pumped, especially before an
Mm.
airdrop. I guess. Anyway, yeah, very
Hmm.
interesting.
Mhm.
So yes, there was an airdrop. That's a couple of weeks ago, I think. And
Hmm.
finally, yesterday we listed OP on Perp V2, so you can go to app.perp.com and you can make trades with OP. You can actually we have OP as a collateral type, so you can do like instant basis trading if you know how to do that. And you can also be an LP. And we had a question actually, which was asking if there would be liquidity mining rewards for OP starting this week. So if you already were LPing on Perp V2 in the OP market, would you get liquidity mining rewards? The person who is in charge of this is on holiday, but I'm like 99% sure that the answer is yes, you will definitely get rewards. I don't see any reason why you wouldn't. So yes, you can expect to get OP rewards. Rewards, liquidity mining rewards for LPing on OP.
So
In OP and perp, right?
if I LP on other markets, do I not get OP rewards? I thought we do.
Yeah, that's why it's confusing. So yes, the rewards are in Perp and OP, and this
Yeah,
applies to LPing OP on Perp.
yeah. So
Yeah, I
we
also
should
think you
confirm
should.
that.
I also think you should get it this week already, since in December we listed Doge, and you also get liquidity mining rewards for the first week.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah, so you can start LPing if that's your thing, if you know how to do it. Check it out. All right, so if you have any questions about that, obviously you can let us know anytime or save it for later in the Q&A and we'll be happy to answer. So the next thing is we had a protocol parameter update in the last, what was that? Was that last week? Can't remember exactly, but it was recently. Moving the TWAP that we use from 15 minutes down to 7 minutes. And this is to basically in preparation for Optimism Bedrock. There's a few sort of technical reasons behind it. The main goal, though, is to ensure that price oracles remain functional in certain circumstances. So basically, that shouldn't have affected anybody. It's a pretty minor change from a trader perspective or an LP perspective. So users wouldn't have seen like any change in the function or anything like that. It just means that the TWAP used, especially for liquidation, will be a little bit tighter than it used to be. So I guess if you're trading at like really high leverage, that this might affect you a little bit, but we never recommend trading more than like 2 or 3x leverage. All the pros, generally speaking, will trade around that level unless they're doing some really crazy stuff. So shouldn't affect anybody.
Yeah. By the way, Lee, can you check the screen? I only see you share screen on YouTube, but we are not on YouTube. Our faces.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, can we be on the screen at the same time? The screen and the faces.
We can, but I'm doing it a different way. So we can. We're back now. So anyway, we can discuss this after the call. Okay, not now.
Oh, okay.
Hold on. All right. So moving on with the call, we have sort of a little teaser here. Something's bubbling, and it took me a little while to think what it was.
Bubbling.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a good word in crypto, in like any trading. Bubbling.
As long as it keeps bubbling. What you don't want is the bubbling to stop.
Right. Good point.
Yeah. So I don't know if we can share anything more about that. Leonie?
Yeah, anything to tease people about the
Well, I think if you've been paying attention in the last weeks and you remember the roadmap update, you can probably guess what it's about.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Something for the more passive investors.
That's true. There was a roadmap update. So if you're desperate to know what we're talking about, go and check that out. I believe we mentioned that in the last community call. So if you don't remember, you can listen back to that and see what we said about it. So yes, keep your eyes peeled for the announcement. And I know Leonie mentioned the word passive, but there will be bubbling. So sort of
Passive bubbling.
yes.
Passive.
It sounds
Yeah, we'll
pretty
see.
interesting. All right. Okay, so moving on to marketing community and partnerships. We've got we had some workshops and Twitter Spaces in the last little while. Yeah, we had one about automating trading view strategies on Perpetual Protocol. I think we actually mentioned that last week, I feel like. But it would have been maybe, or not last week, but in the last community call. But would have been pretty new news at that point. Leonie, do you have anything you want to update us on that?
Yeah, so the update is that the workshop recording is now available on YouTube. So if you remember from last week, it's basically a tool, the TradingView connector tool, and you can execute TradingView strategies and alert to be executed as trades automatically on Perpetual Protocol. And it's specifically for non-developers, so you don't have to be able to code, and you can follow the guide step by step during the workshop. Great shout out to the presenter, Sira Exibuki, did a really great job presenting it. And yeah, we now have it on YouTube, so you can follow along and you can pause and you can go back.
Excellent. Yeah, thanks for that update. And we also had the Twitter space with Furu Combo. Can you give us an update about that?
Yeah, so we had the Twitter space last week. It was hosted by Furu Combo. They call it Furu Radio. And it's a Taiwanese protocol as well. It's a DeFi aggregator. And they host this podcast called Furu Radio. And the session was on derivatives. And our co-founder, Yan Wen, he joined together with, I think, 2 speakers from GMX. Unfortunately, Open wasn't able to join. So yeah, it's basically about the topic of derivatives and why they are important, how people can use it.
Nice.
Yeah, it was a good discussion. I listened into that, and it would be cool to actually Furu Combo. I don't know if people know, but they're like a transaction combiner. You can like create a recipe of transactions where a bunch of things happen in sequence and then trigger it. It would be fun to be able to do that on Perp, because actually there's some things on Perp I think you could make use of that with, like, for example, if you want to remove liquidity from one range and put it in at another range in one step, you could use Furu Combo. Or if you wanted to like remove some collateral, swap it for remove some ETH, swap for USDC and deposit back, something like that would be pretty handy for people trading with non-USDC collateral. Anyway.
Cool. So is it like Zapier but for DeFi? So you can set up conditions when you want to conduct some actions.
I haven't followed up on their project for a while. Last I recall, they didn't have that kind of thing. It's just basically you could create a bunch of steps and then execute it all at once. So let's say you wanted to you have ETH and you wanted to swap for Perp and then stake the Perp, and you could do that all in one step.
Right. So it's a tool for you to do flash loan.
Just flash anything. I don't know. I forget if they have flash loans. I think that might have been part of it. But it's sort of like a tool to turn many steps into one step, basically. So there's definitely some like multi-step things that go on Perp once in a while that could be maybe smooth through that. So I hadn't thought of that before I listened to that call. I was like, oh yeah, that could be an interesting application. So maybe we should talk to those guys.
Yeah, sounds interesting.
Yeah. So moving on with this, looks like maybe the title here is wrong, but it says Twitter Spaces, but it's actually talking about some new community activities that are going on in the community, including Meme Monday and Perp Knowledge Quest. So yeah, definitely check those out in our Discord. Leonie, did you have something you wanted to add to that?
Yeah, I think just in general, we want our Discord to be a fun place just to be there, because trading can be a lonely game, and like should be a place where you can come to hang out and just chat. So we have those community initiatives like Meme Monday and the Perp Knowledge Quest. And Meme Monday, probably you can guess, it's every Monday, and it's a competition to create the best memes, usually perpetual protocol or DeFi or trading related. And you can even win prizes. So the first place gets 75 perp, the second place gets 50, the third 25, and they all get the perp meme maker role. So you can brag if you're a really great meme maker. And the Perp Knowledge Quest is also pretty cool. It's quizzes, and they are posted randomly throughout the day. And the first person to give the correct answer also wins a small prize, $5 worth of perp. And it's still running until March 17th. So you can basically just join the Discord and participate anytime. Every day it's a new chance.
Awesome, thanks for that. Yeah, so definitely check out those events. They're ongoing things, so come and check out the details in our Discord, and hope to see you participating and winning some prizes. All right, so that basically brings us to almost the end, but we do have one last final segment, which is the further readings with Leonie. Can you walk us through these?
Yeah, sure. So this time we have 2 articles, and both of them are really insightful, I think. So the first one is Stealth Addresses Explained. And in very short, stealth addresses, they give you more, or are supposed to give you more privacy. So instead of your wallet address being published on the blockchain, you get a one-time disposable address to receive transactions. Because as you all know, the positive thing is everything's transparent on the blockchain, but you basically sacrifice privacy for it. If you have a doxed address, everyone can see what you're doing. So Stealth Address try to give back some of that privacy. And you can already use Stealth Addresses and Optimism with Umbra Cache. So the article also explains or gives a walkthrough how you would use Umbra. So yeah, I think it's pretty interesting, because actually Stealth Address might become the standard for Ethereum in general.
Wow,
and,
I managed to miss that one. I'm definitely gonna have to check it out. It sounds really interesting.
Yeah, I also didn't really know about it, but it's super interesting. But it's not that easy, because you have to have some hygiene practices to not dox your other addresses by sending from the stealth address. So it's a bit complex, but it's a really interesting topic.
Yeah, on-chain hygiene is not the easiest thing, but it's definitely worth the effort. So everyone should check that out.
Yeah, and then the second one, what are automated investment strategies? It basically explains what yield aggregators or yield farming is. So a set of smart contracts that collect the investors' funds and then put them to work in different protocols where you can earn a return or some form of yield. And the benefit of those yield aggregators or yield farming is that it's automatically executed. And as a depositor, you just deposit, and then you basically set and forget. You don't have to execute the strategy yourself. And the article goes into depth about 2 of them, Yearn Finance and Repo Farm, and also shares some of the benefits and risks. And I think we can give a small hint here. We do have passive investment strategies coming to Perp, so keep your eyes open.
The babbling thing.
Yeah.
Whoa, you're giving too much away, Hannah. Come on. Anyway, we will see. Keep your eyes open for that upcoming announcement. All right.
Okay. Lee, did we miss the Perpvangelist performance report?
Oh yes, we did. How could I? Okay. So yes, Perpvangelist performance report, and yeah, sorry for skipping this one, and thank you, Hannah, for
Yeah, this was so
reminding me about it.
important.
Yeah. So Hannah, do you want to tell us about it?
Yeah, we've been running Perpvangelist program for how long? Over a year at least.
Yeah, almost a year and a half.
Yeah, almost a year and a half. So remember it was last September we passed the funding proposal, which we request a 6 months of runway for our Perpvangelist program, which is our ambassador program. So we are gonna start another proposal really soon. And this is kind of like a performance review for our Perpvangelist. And it says 2022, but actually we more focus on Q4 because it's when we have the funding from the proposal. So yeah, if you want to learn about like what kind of activities, contributions, or what kind of achievements that Perpvangelists have done, you can check out these articles.
Yep, sounds good. Definitely check that out. Perpvangelists are funded by the Perpetual DAO, so that's sort of of interest to all perp holders. So if you're a perp holder, you should definitely learn about that and see what it's about. At the same time, if you want to contribute to the community, it's an excellent way. Also, you can join the Perpvangelist program. You can come and talk to our Perpvangelists about it and see what you can do to contribute. And we'd love to see you in there.
Yeah. I saw on the live chat, the Why Not Smart said he watched community call a few times. And he finally joined Perpvangelist. Welcome.
Awesome. Yeah, that's great to hear. Welcome. Huang. I see he's typing in Chinese.
Yeah.
I'm guessing he also likes ice cream. All right. Okay, so that basically wraps it up. Who wants to post the NFT link in the chat?
Wait, okay, where is it? Let me see.
Who can find the NFT link?
I can.
I can also post it. I have it here.
Oh, okay.
It's hard to beat Leonie.
It's on the. Okay.
Yeah.
It's on the agenda. Okay, so we're gonna open up for questions. You can drop questions in the chat.
Yeah, let us know whatever questions you have. I think there's already, there's a couple of sort of comments and questions, but maybe I'll start with the one from Night Lotus, which is, does providing liquidity on OP count? And yes, it counts. I think she's referring to our warm-up question of the day.
Yeah, yeah, I think so.
Although she didn't actually answer it. Anyway, that's okay.
Well, I assume she did provide liquidity on OP. Otherwise, she wouldn't ask this.
True. So good job, Night Lotus.
0x Anon asks ZK Sync. What's it about?
I think it's referring to
Bubbling?
Yeah. I don't think there's any bubbles on.
Really good rumor.
Yeah, I think it's still pretty early days for ZK Sync, but maybe one day. And 0x Anon also says that it sounds like tornado, and I believe he's referring to the stealth addresses. Stealth addresses. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a bit different because for a tornado, you're mixing it with other people's money and then it comes out. And that doesn't happen with stealth addresses. And the benefit of stealth addresses is that you don't have to have a pool with the same amount, but it's just transactions between your wallets. And it's like a stealth private key that you have. So it's a bit different. And the article also explains how. Yeah,
that's definitely one drawback of tornado Cash? No, what's it called? Oh my goodness. Anyway.
I think Tornado Cash, yeah.
Okay, it's too long since I used it. Yeah, you're limited to the amount, like there's fixed amounts that you can deposit and withdraw, which may not be what you want. And also it's limited in a number of ways. Also, it's got a target on it from some governments, so it's maybe not the ideal thing to use these days, unfortunately. There's some drawbacks. 0x Anon is also saying they're requiring email on forums from Google, ideally signing in with Ethereum. I'm not exactly sure what he's referring to.
Don't think we require you to fill in your email address. Yeah, it's just a feedback form. You don't have to provide your personal info, I think. Yeah, I'm using incognito window. But you can optionally log in Google to save the form.
Okay.
Oh, greetings from Tokyo. Are you going to East Tokyo? I'm going to East Tokyo, so maybe we can meet there. 0x Anon.
He won't be Anon anymore if you've seen his face or her face.
Good point.
Oh, we have Jesus Perez also. Great to see you.
Jesus.
Buenos dias. It's been such a long time since we saw him. It's really great to see you around.
The NFT has ended.
Yeah,
Let me take a look. Thanks, Night Lotus.
And while we're looking at that, we do have a couple of questions that were gathered from the community prior to the call. And one is, what is a healthy level? So during the update of the TWAP from 15 minutes to 7 minutes, we mentioned that you want to keep your leverage at a healthy level during the change. So some users were asking, like, okay, what is a healthy level? And that's a really great question because, I mean, the healthy level is sort of an abstract, subjective term, which you don't know, like, is that what is that, like 4x, 10x, 1x? Like, what's a healthy level? And it's really sort of up to you. In this case, we should have clarified to say that a healthy level for this update would have been, actually, it is sort of a moving target, because let's say during the update you are sort of actively monitoring your positions. I think a healthy level might be 8x, because if you're really actively, it's all about how actively you're monitoring what's going on. So if you're actively monitoring things, then you can probably get away with a higher leverage. If you're not actively monitoring, like if you're looking at it once a day, once every few hours, or even worse, like once a week, then 8x or even 4x is pretty risky. So I think unhealthy or healthy is also, relates to your habits and the way you're monitoring your position. So personally, for something that I'm not planning to monitor for, a few days or a week, definitely keep that leverage at a very low, like 2-3x at the most. So healthy, unhealthy is sort of, it's not a very well-defined term. In that announcement, we should have been a little bit more clear. So thanks a lot for those questions from the users, and also special thanks to Neil Taylor, one of our OG mega brain users, for being able to answer that question for us in the Discord. Always appreciate seeing him around. Just having another look at the chat here. Yeah, so someone mentioned why not smart. Asked us if we would develop some index coup tokens or maybe indices that could be traded on Perp. Actually, we haven't done that exact type of thing, but we have worked with index coup in the past with maybe not like super stellar results, but definitely I think our partnership went pretty well. So yeah, that's definitely something that we maybe should look at in the future. listings on Perpetual Protocol are generally speaking handled by the listing DAO. Now, I'm not exactly sure the status of the listing DAO right now. I think it's sort of in like semi-hiatus, but they do still meet once in a while. So if you have an idea like this, you can just come to our Discord and let us know, and we will ping the listing DAO people, and yeah, your idea can be put forward. But that's a pretty good one. I think I'll probably mention that to our BD team, and the BD team will talk to Index Coop and see if they're interested, and then they can pass that to the listing DAO to see what they think, because that's a great idea. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Being able to hedge their tokens would be pretty good. Yes, I agree. So that's pretty cool. Any plan to get perp listed in the futures market on Binance? I don't think we have this plan. That's really up to Binance. And since we're a futures market ourselves, I mean, obviously we don't have options, but we are a futures market. So I'm not sure that we would. Yeah, thanks for that, Night Lotus. Yeah, so I'm not really sure about listing on Binance. Definitely, like any listings on exchanges are handled entirely on their end. We haven't been pursuing that type of thing. I don't think we ever have. So we will see about that. It's entirely up to them. Yeah, 0x Anon says, better to copy trade another perp user. So that might be a fun thing too. We should probably have like a grant or something to create a tool that will let you at least follow another perp user. Maybe not, like a next step would be to somehow automate that process as well. But at the very least, it would be fun to get alerts, like if some user that you were following makes a trade, stuff like that. That could be pretty interesting.
Wow. Imagine if I copy trade all of your actions automatically. Wow.
Well, it depends who you're talking about. If you're talking about me, then you're probably gonna be losing money.
But didn't but weren't you the silver or like diamond grade on LP?
Yes, but only with like, I think 500 USD of LP. So that's like you can be in the diamond grade and only earn like $5. But I guess if you had done it with like $50,000, then you would be rich. Yes. So. Yeah, the problem is I only show you the trades when I'm on the diamond status. I didn't show you all the times that it was,
You lose
whatever
money.
the opposite of diamond status is.
Right.
Yeah. No, I'm always
Copy
just playing
trading.
around, but yeah, there's definitely much more exciting people to copy trade, I'm sure. But yeah, that would be a fun tool, like to have like a leaderboard, and then you can choose who to copy trade. Yeah.
The things like I can copy trade McKenna because if I trust his strategy. But if it's automatically, I feel it's a bit weird. Like if there are so many people copy trading, then I can rack them by doing the other way, in theory.
Maybe. I mean, if it's a huge number of people, then unless you're some kind of whale, then chances are you're gonna get wrecked if you're trying to oppose them. But
Right. Yeah, that's true. I have to beat all of them at once.
But it would come down to timing. Like you would need some way to make sure your trades get in really fast. Because if you're the last
faster
person,
than other copy traders.
Exactly, it becomes a bit of a Ponzi scheme. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a really interesting idea.
Yep. So yeah, we should bring that to our BD team, and they can find someone to do it as a grant or something. That would be pretty cool. All right. So I don't see any further questions yet, unless I'm missing something.
Yeah. By the way, I fixed the NFT thing, so you can try again if you couldn't.
Nice. Thanks for that. Yeah, apparently there's somebody, Why Not Smart, is listening via Google Translate. That's really awesome.
How do you use Google Translate on YouTube?
Yeah, I'm not sure. On a live stream?
Genius.
Yeah. Yeah, so Why Not Smart, thanks. That's really cool. Yeah, apparently the NFT is working now. Thank you, Light Lotus. Yeah, if there's no further questions, I guess we can wrap it up. If you think of questions after the call, then definitely come to our Discord, let us know. We'd be more than happy to chat with you. And we look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks for the next community call.
Okay. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Thanks for joining, Hannah and Leonie. sudden brain freeze there. What your guys' names are?
What?
All right, we better wrap it up. Bye, everyone, and
Okay, bye.
see you next time.
Bye.